Hello Pisces, and welcome to your general tarot guidance with me, Julie Poole. We're going to do general, we're going to do money and career, we're going to do love and connections, we're going to chuck it all in, see what comes through for you. But before we start, get yourself a cup of tea, cup of coffee, glass of wine, get your feet up, get yourself comfy and join me for this next hour or so as we look at what's going on for my Pisces. But big happy birthday to my son, Pisces. But this is good for Moon, Rising, Venus and other placements if you want to watch it for those other placements. So you help yourself, you use it as you want to use it. Take the bits that resonate, leave the rest, you know the drill. All right, my beautiful people, let's have a look what's going on then. Let's bring the big camera down, but I'm going to be bringing the camera back up because I like to be able to see you and talk to you and connect with you a little bit more when I'm bigger on the screen. The cards are littler. All right, let's see what we've got then for my Pisces. Oh, there we go. New life, happy days. We've got higher power and chaos and conflict. Okay, not so happy. All right, let's find out. Don't panic. Don't panic. All right, let's get a couple of these. These are the energy oracle. Those are the wisdom of the oracle. Tell me about Pisces, please, for the next few. This is for the next 3 to 4 weeks, by the way. Okay, you've got the Magician and the Mirror, and you've got the World. Well, that makes a lot of sense. Okay, let's have a little chat about them for a minute before we go on to the tarot. We're going to be adding in lots of cards. We're going to be here a while, so get yourself comfy. Okay, new life. Now, this is good for all of you, but particularly for my son, Pisces, all right? When you have your birthday, all right, and this is going out on the 18th, the beginning of Pisces season for the next 3 to 4 weeks for your season. This is your most powerful time, all right? Your solar return, when the sun is shining on you, when the spotlight's on you, when you are creating your new life for the next 12 months. What do I want? Where do I want to be this time next year? What's important for me? Do you see she is waking up to her new life? She is ready. Number 39, 3 9 is 12, and 12 becomes a 3. 3 is about growth and expansion. So here we are, we're growing into our new life. Now we're going to be using our higher power to help guide this. Number 4 is about your foundation, all right? Your nice, solid, stable foundation underneath you. And when you are really paying attention to that higher self, you know, what's the higher self? It's your essence of who you are over all lifetimes, past, future, your spirit, your soul, the whole caboodle, all right? Well, it's not your soul, it's part of your soul evolution, all right? Your higher power is listening to that inner guidance, the higher self, the higher mind, the part of you that knows everything, that trusts that intuition, those instincts, listening to that. Now, this new life is going to create a little bit of chaos. Now, I don't want you to panic. 33, you see, threes, as we said, are expansion. This is 33. This is a master number. So there's huge growth here going on for you. Huge growth. Where was I? Sorry about that. Okay, chaos and conflict. Let's look at the chaos bit for a minute. If we are creating a new life, new job, new home, new relationship, new way of thinking, new health regime, it can be a little bit chaotic. All right, so I don't want you to panic about this. We tend to see those words chaos and go, and conflict, All right, so it's saying, right, okay, that conflict could be within me. I'm arguing with myself. That conflict could be with others because I'm making changes and they don't like it. But the chaos part is part of change. Sometimes we can make some changes and they're smooth, they're easy, there's no problems, no issues. And other times it is chaotic. If you think, for example, about moving home, that's a big new life, isn't it? Yeah, that's a big change, moving home. And it's chaotic as you dismantle your home and then pack it all up and then, you know, put it all back together the other side. It's chaotic for a few weeks, sometimes a few months, depending on how long it goes on for. It can also be a little bit chaotic when we change jobs because we've got to learn new things. We've got to, you know, end the old, you know, whatever it is. So if there is some chaos here, just trust that this is for your growth, okay? 33, master number. Now, we've got the Magician in the mirror and we've got the World. Let's look at these together. Okay, let's get rid of that for a minute. Now, the World in this deck doesn't mean the same as the World in Tarot. Okay, the World in Tarot is a major ending, a major completion. In this deck, the World is about seeing things from a higher perspective, just having a much bigger view and being able to really see far and wide. So what is this change, this new life that I'm going through? What do I want? You're looking ahead here. You're looking at the next year, the next 5 years, some of you the next 10 years. You're looking at the long-term future and saying, I want this. I'm the Magician and I am making magic happen. Number 53 is an 8. 8s are about alchemy. It's about abundance, infinity. Now the Magician and the Mirror, wrong one, put that one down. The Magician, a little bit the same as Tarot. This is the magic. This is you being in your Merlin energy to be able to create, make magic, alchemize, create anything you want in this new life that you're having. Now the Mirror is a little bit more, right? Let's add a little bit more. All right. Now the Mirror is all about your reflection of your world back to you. What are you seeing in the mirror? If you don't like the view in the mirror, the job, the home, the relationship, the isolation, the loneliness, whatever it is, then you're going to make some changes. You're noticing that view in the mirror. But the most important message with the mirror is, what's it reflecting back to you inside you? What are you reflecting back to yourself? If you were to look in the mirror and see you, are you living your best life? Are you happy and content within that life? Is it the life that you want? And if it isn't, you need to be the reflection inside you of what you want to see. You have to be the source of that which you want to be and have. So if you want more happiness, you find that happiness within you. If you want more respect, you find that respect for yourself. You are the mirror of your life. So yes, we see the mirror of our life in terms of what we view around us in our environment, and that can be a mirror. But it's not really about the reflection of what's out there. It's the reflection of what's in here. So you're looking at that and you're saying, and I'm the Magician, so I can make any changes I want to make. If I don't like that reflection, if that reflection back is disempowerment, depression, feeling stuck, feeling unhappy, then I am the Magician to make those changes, to alchemize it, to shift it. So I'm going to make those changes and I'm going to see things from a higher, deeper perspective. I'm going to look at the long-term future and I'm going to make plans from there. Yeah? All right, let's add in some more. So this is the Tarot of Dreams. Tell me more for my beautiful Pisces, please. Okie dokie. We've got the Tower. This new life's coming in thick and fast. It's happening now. All right, it's your birthday season. It's Pisces season. You're in this shift. The Tower is falling on the old that's done and dusted. We are stepping into a new beginning with the Wheel of Fortune. Center of the reading, the Page of Swords, communication. We are then creating a beautiful new beginning with that Ace of Coins. You're looking with that higher perspective of where you're stuck so that you can make those changes. You're using your strength, your tenacity to make it happen. You're looking at where you're not as happy or fulfilled as you want to be, and you are looking at that conflict. That conflict is there. But the sun is coming out and you can then walk away from what has been stuck. We'll go into more detail in a moment. Okay, these are mine from Hoping to Having. What's the most appropriate affirmation for my Pisces, please? Activating the I am and your body restoring to optimum health. Okay, we're going to look at those. Let's have a couple of these. These are the everyday spirit guide affirmation cards. Too many, please. I just want two. Just to the most appropriate, that one. This is the end. Yeah, the old cycle's done. And we've got some fear coming up. Okay. All right, so let's look at it all together. Okay. Let's start with this one. Let's get this fear one out of the way. Right, now, fear. Everything you want is on the other side of fear. Fear comes up to be let go. Okay, number 12, back to a 3 again. All of this growth and expansion, which we expect to see this time of year because it's your season. So we've got the fear. Something is ending. This is the end. Followed by new beginnings. Get ready for the best to come. Close old doors. If you don't close the door, you have a bit of a backdraft. You know, if you've got a house where you've got a front door and a back door and they're opposite each other, if you have one open and try and open the others, they will slam shut, and sometimes quite violently. Right, so we need to close one door before we open another one. All right, it's not a good idea to start a new relationship while you're still in an old one. Although if that's your choice, you know, that's up to you. But it causes chaos, it causes conflict. It's the issue, all right? You do whatever you want to do. It's your life, your free will. No judgment here. But it will cause chaos and conflict. As long as you know that and you choose that and you say, that's okay, I'm all right with that, crack on. But if you're not all right with that, then close one door before you open another one, yeah? It's like some of you are running 2 jobs and 3 jobs. You're exhausted, and I'm sure you'd love to just run the one job. So let's look at what we can do to make that happen. So we have this. Let me bring it down again. Okay. The fear is coming up because we've got this major ending. But remember that with every ending, there is a new beginning. We've got new life. And that new life wants to happen quite suddenly, quite quickly. It wants to happen now. Not in 6 months' time. It wants to happen now in Pisces season. It wants to be at least the bones of it in place before we get to Aries season, okay? So this could be, for example, you decide the new life is a new job. And so you might not have the new job in the next months, but you can be applying. You can have been updating your resume, your CV. You can be talking to recruiters now. Your energy is already in it to create that new life, all right? That kind of thing. We'll have a look about jobs because we will get separate cards for money and career and for loving connections. But let's just look at what's generally on the table here then. So we've got the fear coming up because we've got the new life. We want the new life, but we're scared of actually creating it. And is it going to be okay? And is it safe? All of that's perfectly normal. But I want you to remind yourself the other side of fear is abundance. The other side of fear is joy. That fear is a normal part, is part of the human expression of us getting scared of change. But we allow the fear to come up and do it anyway. All right. Now, one of the things that's going to help you with this fear is activating the I am within you. I am now activating the I am within me. I am allowing the divine intelligence within me to assist me in creating my greatest life. Okay. Let's talk about this for a minute. The I am is your God force. It's your creative force. It's your magician force. You are the magic. You are the magician. You are tapping into the I am and you are allowing it to come forward. I am creating my greatest life now. Yeah. On my book From Hoping to Having, the 3 R's, the blue one there, it's a step-by-step guide to create your best life. And the workshops that I've got coming up, the in-person ones, which I've talked to you about, you know, there's London, Orlando, Vancouver. That's a whole day workshop on the abundance mindset. You are stepping into creating your greatest life and you're allowing the I am to come forward and help you. Okay. So when we activate the I am, the fear starts to dissipate because the I am is a high vibration. It's pure. And fear is a low vibration and heavy. You can't be in two. You can't have one foot in one and one foot in the other. It's impossible. As you activate the I am, the higher vibration, your vibration lifts and the fear falls away. Yeah, this is when we step into trust, into knowing, into excitement. Rather than being frightened for the future, we're excited for the future. Very different vibration. They both come from the belly. They both come from an activation of energy. One feels exciting and one feels fearful. They're both actually based on stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. But one makes you feel excited and buzzing, and one makes you feel frightened and wanting to run away. So we're going to step into that higher vibration by activating the I am. All right? Because we want this new life. We want it. Now, part of this new life is this restoring your body to amazing good health. My body is restoring itself to amazing good health. Okay. When we're living the wrong life, or that life we had is kind of past its sell-by date. You know, it was great, but it's not great anymore. I've run out. I've outgrown it. It's not working for me anymore. Whether it's a relationship, a friendship, a job, a home, whatever it is, once we've outgrown something, it doesn't sit and fit. It doesn't resonate. It doesn't work. And when we carry on with it, it gets more and more uncomfortable because it doesn't fit. I'm now a round peg in a square hole and it's uncomfortable. That creates stress in the body. It creates stress in the mind, in the emotions, in the psyche, in the energy, and gradually we find that our health starts to wane. Our health starts to go out the window. We start to catch everything going. We start to get headaches. We start to get symptoms. That's your body's way of saying, my life is not in balance. My life is not what I want it to be. So once we start stepping into the new life, yeah, and embracing it, we also at the same time focus the attention on my body is restoring itself to amazing good health because I'm stepping into my new life, which is right for me. So my body can come back into balance. Everything can calm down. But while we're going through that change, it's a little bit chaotic, so that's okay. But I want you to just say, okay, if it's all a bit chaotic and frenetic and everything's being shaken up, then that's actually shaking out of me the bits that don't work anymore. Let's see what falls out, let that go. And then what we keep, we're taking forward with us. So focusing on activating the I am, I'm restoring my body to amazing good health, okay? This is the end, followed by new beginnings, and I'm ready for that, particularly for my Pisces sun. You're at that end of the old year now into a brand new year, followed by new beginnings. So the fear comes up about, what does this new beginning look like? We're just going to trust. We're going to follow the I am, and we're going to trust. Okay? Got it? Right, let me have a mouthful of tea, and let's go into a little bit more. All right, let's bring the camera down. So we've got the new life. This new life absolutely wants to happen. Remembering with the tower, which can trigger fear and it can trigger chaos and conflict, but remembering the tower only falls on what is done, what's finished, what doesn't work anymore. So we're going to let it fall and we're going to step into our strengths, courage, confidence, determination, perseverance. We're going to be strong to create this new beginning that wants to come in. It really wants to come in. I mean, look at your major arcana cards. You've got the Tower, the Wheel of Fortune, Strength, and the Sun. So the Sun is the most positive, beautiful card in the deck. So we need to allow this tower to fall so the new life can happen. We're going to step into our strengths. We're going to trust our higher power and the I am presence to help create the Wheel of Fortune, which is the new beginning. The new cycle is moving now in your favor. The clue's in the title, the Wheel of Fortune. This is fortunate, okay? And what's it moving? This shift, this movement forward is this Four of Cups. The Four of Cups is a card of stagnancy, stale. It's not exciting, I'm bored. I'm not growing. I've outgrown. I've grown as much as I can in that situation. I now want to go up to the next level, into the next new cycle. So I recognize what I've outgrown, Okay, it might be my own way of thinking. I might have outgrown a habit or behavior. I might have outgrown a friendship or a relationship or a job. But I recognize that it served me well, but it's not serving me anymore. So I'm ready to make the changes, take the action, even if that creates a bit of conflict. We've got conflict twice. Five of Wands is a card of conflict, arguments. It's also a card of competition. Okay, it can be either or both. You know, if I'm going up for a new job, my new life is I want a new job, then I'm going up against other people. But just say to yourself, if it's meant for me, it'll come to me. I don't need to worry about what the competition is. But if this is you creating a new life and people are arguing with you, oh no, don't apply for that job, stay where you are. Just know that you are a little bored and stagnant, and it is time for something more. If this is about a relationship, we haven't not necessarily got to leave a relationship in order for it to grow to the next level. It's perfectly normal in long-term friendships, long-term relationships, that it starts to get a little bit stale, particularly romantic relationships, you know, that you're both growing. Are you growing together or are you growing apart? You know, you're not the same person at 50 as you were at 20. And so it's highly unlikely that your partner is going to be the same person they were 30 years ago either. So do you know each other today? Do you know, if you were to meet your spouse brand new today, do you know who they are? Do you know what they want, what their dreams are? We forget to talk to each other. We get a little bit disjointed. Yeah, we're on that merry-go-round of life where, you know, I've forgotten to kind of really interact with you. We don't necessarily have to leave a relationship in order to kickstart it again, but it can take a bit of effort, right? So whatever this is for you, what you're doing here is you are talking, you are reaching out, you are researching, you are investigating. The center of your reading, the Page of Swords, is all about communicating the opening up, the new beginning. Opportunities is basically what the pages talk about. I am creating opportunities for me to grow. And if I have to go through a bit of chaos and conflict to make that happen, then that's what I'll do. So I'm determined here. This can be you literally going online to see about what new jobs are there, or, you know, joining a dating agency online, whatever it is for you. You do some research, you find out, and then you step into it and you go with it. And you're looking at, I am the magician. I am alchemizing, creating something brand new. The Ace of Coins is new. We've got the new life. We've got the Tower falling on the old. We've got the Wheel of Fortune coming into a brand new cycle. Karmic justice meant to be. The Ace of Coins is confirming it, that this is a new start for you now. And this new start is incredibly positive. Look at this with the sun underneath, the Magician and the Ace of Coins. It's so positive. It's so bright and beautiful. So we're seeing things from a higher perspective, and as we do, we start to see where we've been stuck. Eight of Swords is the belief is that I'm stuck. The belief is I'm trapped. I can't move on. I can't see a way out. I'm completely stuck. But as let me bring these up a minute. As we see it from a higher perspective, from a distance, we get too close, don't we? We can't see what's there, but we can see if we step back a little bit. And that's the thing with the world and the energy cards. We step back at a distance and then we can see where I believe I'm stuck, and actually it's a false belief, because I can walk away. Eight of Cups, I can leave that behind. I can leave that way of thinking. I can leave that habit. I can leave that relationship if it feels right for me to do it. Or I can leave the resentment behind and move forward to make that relationship new within itself. People say that, a long-term marriage will go through many rebirths, at least once a decade, because we've completely changed in that decade. So we need to find out each other and fall in love with each other all over again. You go through these rebirths, Okay, sometimes it's right to just stay with that relationship forever. It's your soulmate and you grow and evolve together. Other times you've outgrown each other and it's time to move on. Only you will know. But whatever was stuck is unsticking, because you see where you can unstick it. Okay, so you are moving forward very, very beautifully into this new life. So feel the fear and do it anyway. Allow any chaos to come up and go, okay, well, this is just part of that change and it's right for me to do this. And my body is restoring to amazing good health because I'm aligning myself with what is right for me now. Okay? All right, anything else on that? No? All right, let's bring the camera down and let's have a look at money and career. These are mine from hoping to having wealth and success, which is the same thing as money and career. Yeah? What's the most appropriate affirmation for my Pisces, please? Okay, I experience success. I am successful. Okay. So we're stepping into this energy of success. Now with money and career, we're going to take everything we've already got on the table. New life, okay, the tower, this change, this shift. And we're now looking at it specifically about money and career. Now many of you are not interested in the career part because you've retired or you're stay-at-home carers or you just don't need to, don't want to work. That's fine. So you just take the bits that resonate about the money side. Those of you who do want a job and want to work, we'll look at both sides. All right. So if we want success in our life, in our job, in our business, in our career, we need to feel and know that you're already successful. I experience success. I am successful. If you feel you're a failure, it is impossible to step into success because you're not a match to it. This is the law of attraction, okay? You have to be a match to that which you want, okay? So if I want to be successful, I've got to find that success in me now. I've got to ask myself, why do I feel a failure? Why don't I feel successful now? Perhaps it's my thinking, my perspective, which is that success equals X amount of salary or X title. And I'm not there yet, so therefore I'm not successful. That's not fair, and it's not true. You are successful. You're working your way towards that in exactly the right time, and you've been successful every single step of the way. Every single step, every footstep, you've been successful already. So own it, recognize it, and step into, I am successful now. That will attract more success towards you. Okay, alrighty, let's pull the camera down and let's use the Rider-Waite deck to look at money and career, please, for Pisces. Money and career, make it clear. Thank you very much. Okay, here we go. We've got the Tower again. This change wants and needs to happen, and it needs to happen now, okay, within the next month. And you want to start that process today. When you watch this reading, start it today. I'm ready. I am ready to step into my new life. I am ready, and I'm allowing it to come. I want to bring my world into balance, that Two of Pentacles. I'm allowing what needs to fall to fall. Remember with the Tower, it falls on what was already done, dusted, broken, dented, knackered. It needs to go. So let it go. Okay, we're stepping into this Two of Pentacles, which is the balance. So we're ready for our new beginning. I choose balance. I choose harmony. It's been up and down and I don't like that anymore. I'm ready for that to fall, but I need to make some changes which could make some waves, which could create some chaos and conflict. I'll make those waves because they lead me to my Ace of Wands, my new beginning. This is a new job, a new career, a new business. This is a new passion, something I really believe in and I really want. And it's leading me with that Six of Coins to my receiving. Beautiful. The Six of Coins is a fabulous card when we're talking money and career. Just perfect. Right? This is a card of generosity. This is a card of having more than enough. It's having, you're in the energy of receiving. So I'm open to receive, and it's falling, it's moving, it's just, falling into my lap. It's just coming because I'm aligned with it. I'm ready for this new beginning. I'm open to it. And so it comes. So I want you to trust. They're saying one more. Just trust. The Tower wants to fall. You are already successful and you're moving into even more success. And there is justice. Just beautiful. So this is a new beginning. For many of you, Pisces, this is a new job, a new contract, a new beginning, because justice is legal matters. So you're signing contracts. This can be a new home. This can be you sign a contract with a realtor that they're going to sell your home. You're signing a contract with a bank for a bank loan. You are in the energy here of something major happening that is going to bring this new life and this prosperity to you in terms of your money and career. So justice is fairness, balance, equilibrium, legal matters in your favor. This looks exceptionally good. All right, so really good for money and career. What else do you want me to say about this, please? Nothing. They're saying move on. Okay. All right, let's look at love and connections. So this is romantic love, but also platonic, friendships, family, your work relationships, anything to do with connections and love. All right. Okay. These are mine from hoping to having loving connections. And we have, I listen to myself. I listen to my inner voice, inner needs, desires, and wants. Okay, let's talk about this for a minute. This is your key affirmation in regards to loving connections. I listen to myself. All right. If I want to be heard by others, and we often will have a moan and a groan, nobody hears me, nobody pays attention, I'm invisible. I certainly have felt that, and I'm sure you have too. Then we need to look in the mirror. Let's come back to the magician in the mirror and say, well, if I'm saying nobody listens to me, I need to look within and say, do I listen to me? What's the mirror showing me? Do I listen to my inner voice, to myself? Do I listen to my inner needs, desires, and wants? Do I even know what they are? I've had a conversation with myself. Have I had that conversation with myself? If this was my best friend, I'd probably had that conversation. I've probably said to my best friend, well, what is it you want? Let's identify it. Let's help you work out what you want. You want that job? Right, let's help you work out how to get it. You want that relationship? Let's talk about how you're going to get into that relationship. We're brilliant with other people. We're not so brilliant with ourselves, though. So, in terms of loving connections, if you want other people to hear you, you got to hear you. If you want other people to meet your needs and desires and what you want, you need to know what they are. You need to listen to yourself first, and you need to meet those needs first. Don't rely on other people to meet them for you. You need to meet them, and then other people can add to that, but you've got to do your bit. You're the mirror. Okay, so I want you to ask yourself, in terms of love and connections, I listen to myself. Make yourself a promise right here, right now. I promise myself, all right? And it does help to do mirror work, all right? I'm a big advocate of mirror work. I spent a lot of time about it in my books. Mirror work, literally sit in front of a mirror. Look yourself in the eyes, like we do when we're in love, and we can gaze into that person's eyes for what seems like hours. But you'll probably find when you do mirror work, you can't hold your own gaze for 30 seconds. That'll tell you a lot. Okay? So then you work on that. I need to work on my relationship with myself. I need to comfortably be able to look myself in the eyes and be proud of who I am and love who I am. And then that comes back to me from the outside as a reflection. So I'm going to listen to myself, to my inner voice, my inner needs, my desires and my wants. That is going to open up everything in terms of my loving connections. Okay? All right. Let's add in the Tower Royale. Tell me about loving connections for Pisces, please. For my singles, my marrieds, for everybody, about their loving connections. What's going on? Ten of Swords, what's been difficult wants to come to an end. We've got the Wheel of Fortune again. So we've got it here twice. Okay, so we're taking these cards now about loving connections and we're adding everything that's already on the table. So we've got the Wheel of Fortune twice. We know that something has been hard and difficult because we've got the fear, the conflict, the chaos, but it will be coming to an end. Okay, that Ten of Swords is coming in to end what has been difficult, and you're stepping into a brand new cycle, a brand new beginning. The Wheel of Fortune here, there is something new beginning for you, and it's beautiful with the Empress. Got that one as well. We're going to have a plan, and we've got that conflict. Okay, so let's talk about it. So what we can see here, Pisces, something has been challenging in terms of your connections. This could be your family, this could be your partner, this could be a work situation. Relationships at work can be very challenging as well. This could be a friend. This is a card of betrayal, stabbing you in the back, letting you down. But it's the end of what has been stressful and difficult. Now that can mean you end the friendship, you end the relationship, you distance yourself from that family member. I don't want to see you again, we're done. That can be that, and that can be what that conflict is. That can be what that chaos is. But it doesn't have to be. As I said, this can be that we end that falling out by talking it all through, by having a new beginning, by really stepping into let's have a fresh start, because there's a fresh start here, a very strong fresh start. So this is ending. We're moving into the Wheel of Fortune. It's fortunate. It's a new cycle. It's a new beginning. It's a number 10. That's completion. We've got 2 10s here now. Completion. The old is done. We are opening into a new beginning. And that new beginning is fabulous. It's the Empress. Now, we've got the Magician here. The Magician makes magic, alchemizes, creates, and the Empress creates. She is the strongest creative energy in the tarot. Along with the Magician, she stands side by side with the Magician. She taps into her own magic. She taps into her I am presence, and she creates. Now the Empress in tarot is either usually showing, well always, is either heavily pregnant or got a baby in her arms. It's all about I'm sowing the seeds and I'm building something, growing something that is just right for me. Now she is Venus led. She is about beauty. I want a beautiful life. I want to feel beautiful. I want my life to be beautiful. I want my relationships to be beautiful. And she's growing and creating it exactly as she wants it. So what is it that you want? For us to be able to create something new, they're giving me making a silk purse out of a sow's ears, or you know that saying? You can't make a silk purse out of a sow's ears. Sometimes you can alchemize it, you can create something beautiful out of something that was not so beautiful. Other times you want to chuck it out and start again. Only you will know which it is for you. But we have the confirmation, right? That 5 of Swords is conflict, inner conflict, usually arguing with yourself. The 7 of Swords can be about betrayal, right? Deceit, lies. This can be that you've been deceiving yourself. You know, I was convinced it's going to be okay and it's not. Or the other way around, I was convinced this friendship was over, this marriage was over, but actually by talking it through, by speaking my truth, by allowing the tower to fall on the past, you know, we're going to let that go. Those, you know, what's gone on has gone on. Let's have a fresh start. That can be your story. But that 7 of Swords is a card of strategy more than anything. Everybody always jumps on the lies, betrayal, deceit bit, but actually the main energy of the card is what's the easiest way that I can go from A to B? What's the easiest way? What's the best way for me? So I come up with a plan, a strategy. Now this is to do with relationships, to do with loving connections. So I'm listening to myself. If my inner voice says, you know, my marriage is on the rocks, or we're really distant and we never speak, and, you know, we're not having any kind of intimacy and it's not working, right? If that's my inner voice, and my inner voice says, I want to fix this, I want us to get back on track, I want us to end what's gone wrong, and let's have a fresh start, and let's build a new future together. You know, as a therapist, I'm telling you, I had lots of clients who were on the brink of divorce and were able to pull their marriage back through therapy, through marriage guidance counselling, through family therapy. But it takes two to make a marriage work. It only takes one to break it. If one of you wants to fix it and the other one doesn't, forget it. It's not going to work. Okay? So, excuse me, whatever your story is, whether you want to put love, let me bring it down, you need to see the cards. Something's been difficult. You haven't been listening to yourself, but you're going to be listening to yourself now. Something absolutely needs to end. Okay? This is the end. We've got the tower. We've got the tower again here. The old life, the old way is done. We are absolutely moving into this new beginning, and I'm going to create anything I want. This is the thing with endings. It clears the decks. You've got a fresh start. You've got a clean slate. What do you want to build? What do you want to alchemize? What do you want to create? Because you can create anything you want. That's the Empress. I want to create a beautiful life. I want to create beautiful relationships. I want to create a beautiful relationship with myself. So I'm going to come up with a plan and a strategy, and I'm going to deal with whatever conflict is there. And that conflict might be within myself. You know, should I, shouldn't I, should I stay, should I go, should I, you know, if I'm single, should I join a dating site because I'm not meeting anybody sitting at home? What do I need to, arguing with yourself back and forth? That conflict can be that. And that's actually part of creating a new life. We're feeling into it, aren't we? Should I, shouldn't I? Is this good for me? Is it the right time? Do I feel ready? You know, those can sound like arguments in your head, but you're just kind of working things out. Right? So just allow it. And if this is about conflict around you, you're arguing with your spouse or your friends or your work colleagues, you know, then looking at, is it time to let that old life go and let's build and create something brand new? Only you will know what is right for you, Pisces, what you want to create. So let's have a little look, find out a bit more. Tell me more for Pisces, please, about loving connections. 9 of Wands, it's been a battle. 9 of Pentacles, independence, having to do it on my own. Queen of Wands, knowing my worth, and there is the Strength coming in. So we've got the Strength card twice. Okay, so repeated messages here. The 9 of Wands, in terms of your loving connections, this is the battle-weary soldier. This is exhaustion. So let's first of all look at this. Have I been let down and betrayed by my spouse or my friend or somebody at work, and I'm exhausted and it's just enough? So I'm stepping into a new beginning. I'm choosing here, if it feels right to do that, to spend some time on my own. This doesn't have to be being single. It doesn't have to be being friendless. The 9 of Pentacles is an energy of independence. It's, you know, I might have a partner because I choose to have somebody, but I don't have to have somebody. I don't need somebody. 9 of Pentacles is I'm meeting my own needs, whatever those needs are. I'm not looking for somebody else to meet them. I'm not looking for somebody else to complete me. I don't know if you saw the collective reading I put up on Friday. Very strong message, because probably energy of Valentine's Day, a lot of people in the energy of love or lack of love. Very strong message about dependency, codependency, self-love, self-worth. And that's the thing with the 9 of Pentacles. She's also mini Empress energy. She creates her own life. She believes in herself. She's fiercely independent. Doesn't mean she doesn't have friends or lovers or partners, but she's not dependent on anyone for her needs. She can meet her own needs financially, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. She's responsible for herself. When we're in this energy, that's when we're at our best. That's when we're at our most powerful. We've got the Queen of Wands, beautiful energy of attraction. of knowing your worth, knowing you're beautiful, knowing you're special and important, knowing your value. When you know your value and you are strong within that, your strength, confidence, courage, tenacity, determination, you can create anything you want. So you see, this energy is all about your inner strength, your power to create, your belief in yourself. And as you step into that energy, just allow any conflicts that come up to move through and out. Because she didn't back down. Any of these three women don't back down. The Empress doesn't back down either. And don't worry about the gender, whether you're masculine or feminine. This is about a self-determination, self-realization, self-actualization. This is my life. I'm strong. I'm worthy. I'm deserving. I'm capable. I can create anything I want. So, as you step into this energy, you're creating anything you want in terms of loving connections here. Listen to yourself, listen to your inner voice, your inner needs, desires and wants, and set your determination that you're going to meet your own needs. As you do that, then other people start to reflect that back to you as an add-on, as an addition. Yeah, because you see you, they'll see you. But start to really see you, know your worth. Don't worry about chaos and conflict, because as we start to see our worth and we really step into it, it can cause some arguments and difficulties. You know, you can have your friends saying, well, you've never had a problem with that before. I don't know why you're being arsy about it now. It's like, well, because that was affecting my health. It was not good for me. It's the old, and I'm moving into a new way now. And I'd love for you to be on board with that and come with me with that. But if you can't, I'll leave you behind and create new friendships or a new lover or new relationships, because we're in a different energy now. So what is this energy and why is it new? Why is it different? This is the year of light. You will see this on multiple podcasts and shows, people talking about the infusion of light. We've been talking about moving into 5D for years. And I've been saying to you for the last 2 years, we're in it now. We're actually already 2 feet in the 5D. 5D, 5 dimension, lifting from the 3rd dimension into this more loving, heartfelt energy. As we listen to our heart, we love ourselves more. We listen to our desires, our dreams. We pay attention to ourselves. We raise our vibration because we're loving ourselves more. As we love ourselves more, our relationships around us change. They do. You know, those that were very low vibrational, needy, dependent, toxic relationships will fall away. We'll see them as they are and say, that doesn't serve me. I don't want that in my life. They fall away. And others are raising their vibration too, so they keep up with you and they stay in your life. And yet others are brand new. They're moving into your life, reflecting who you are now. So this year of light, and it's not just 2025, it's for the next 5 to 7 years, the light getting stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger. As the light comes in, we see more and more and more that we didn't see before. We see our worth. We see our magnificence. We see our ability to create that we didn't see before. We see our empowerment. We see our determination. We see our success. And we see that around us which is conflictual, which doesn't work for us, which doesn't fit with us. So then we're in conflict, like, should we now exit that? Should we step away from that? What should we do? But we're working through it and out the other side and into this new life that is here for you now, Pisces. So grab it with both hands, embrace it, and say, I am ready, bring it on. Comment that below. I am ready, bring it on. All right, let's finish off with some angel messages before we go. Okie dokie, Pisces. Oh, well, we want that one. Raphael with empathy. Okay. Metatron with wisdom. I couldn't even shuffle them. and Hamael with integrity. So we are being empathic, right? With ourself first and then with others, okay? This lovely energy of empathy. We're going to step into our wisdom, all right? Really, sorry, that wasn't focused, was it? There we go. Okay. And we're going to do what we're doing with these changes from a place of integrity and balance. Look at the scales there. What's fair, what's balanced, what's just. We've got the justice card on the table. We're moving into this energy and we're doing it from the heart, from a place that feels right and full of integrity. Okay, let's see what the Oracle of the Angels want to add. We've got blessing. This is a blessing. Okay, don't you worry about those towers. Your inner self is calling. Okay. Right, where was the inner self? Okay, yeah, there. So we already had this message, yeah? I listened to myself, I listened to my inner voice, and now we've got it again. Inner calling. Your inner self is calling to you. Hello, hear me, see me, listen to me. You're listening to your inner calling, and it is the biggest blessing that you could give to yourself. This is a blessing, all right? That's the tree of life here, where we're building our life, creating the branches where we want to create them. You want to shift that? Shift it. You want to change that? Change it. You are not powerless. You never were, but you might have believed you were, so nothing changed, but you're ready now. So, like we say about making a cake, you've got to break those eggs. Let's break them open. Let's see what works, what fits, what sits, and just trust your inner self is calling you to your best life. Will you listen or will you ignore? Because that's when the biggest conflict comes up. The biggest conflict comes up when your inner being is calling you and you ignore. Then it starts shouting and you ignore. Then it starts screaming and you ignore. And the conflict rises within you more and more and more. And it gets more and more uncomfortable until you finally listen and say, okay, inner me, I'm listening. What is it you want? And that's when you truly step into your blessings. All right, Pisces. So that's what I have for you. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. I hope it was helpful. If it was, give it a like. Do me a favor and subscribe. It's completely free, you know, to subscribe. It only takes a second and it really helps my channel to grow. Check out the collective readings. Don't worry that it doesn't say Pisces on it. There are messages there for everyone, okay? Just take the bits that resonate. When you find yourself zoning out from a reading, it's because those bits are not relevant for you. The bits that hit and fit and click, those are the bits that's relevant for you. All right, so I'm going to put up here the collective playlist, and I'm going to put down here the Pisces playlist, and I'm going to put where the cards are now the videos about my in-person workshops, which are on the abundance mindset if you want to join me in London, Vancouver or Orlando. I'll see you soon. You take care. Lots of love and a very happy birthday. Bye bye, Pisces.